I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you. Start off with citizen concerns, round one. Anything to be heard not on the agenda?
Hearing none, Mr. Chair, I'd move approval of the agenda.
All right, item 2 is approval of the agenda. Motion by Taylor, second by Radig. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passes 5-0. Moving on to the consent agenda. Items 3 through 8 constitute a consent agenda of routine action items to be considered by one motion. Items pass unanimously unless a separate vote is requested by a board member. Item 3 is approval of the minutes of the April 5th, 2022 meeting. Item 4 is approval of claims. Item 5 from the auditor is A, receive auditor's quarterly report, and B, appoint John W. Carroll to the Bankett Township trustee position ending in 2022. Item 6 from Human Resources is A, the approval memorandum of personnel transactions, and B, authorization to initiate hiring process. 7 from County Treasurer, A is approved property tax refund requests for parcel ending 3001 in the amount of $989. B is approved property tax refund request parcel and ending 6021 in the amount of $1192. Item C is approved property tax refund request for parcel ending in 7014 in the amount of $862. And D, approved property tax refund request for parcel ending in 8001 in the amount of $412. Item 8 from Board Administration, approved lifting tax suspensions for petitioners who failed to recertify their income or income does not qualify for continued tax suspension.
I'd move the consent agenda.
I'll second. Motion by Taylor, second by Radig. Any discussion on any of those items? And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Passes 5-0. Moving on to item 9 from Secondary Roads. Approve the weed destruction order for 2022.
It's the annual weed destruction order. It gets passed every year. It's basically an order that's going to be published in official county newspapers to let everyone know about weeds that are going to be sprayed, their obligations, what they need to destroy. Mark and Jared would recommend that you pass the order and approve the resolution.
I move to order the weeds be destroyed.
Second.
Motion by Radig, second by Taylor.
I would just compliment our board's powerful sanctions against the Russian knapweed.
That's right. Yes.
Given what's going on.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passes 5-0. Item 10, approve office location space for judge's office. Do we have any, we didn't have any other participants, so we.
Do we have a little more detail on exactly what's being considered under this?
Anybody here from PJ or from Chad? Or I should say county attorney and county sheriff.
Lieutenant Henriksen, would you like to expand on that from up here, please?
I thought Kenny was coming back.
Who?
Wasn't Kenny going to come back this week?
Lieutenant Henderson, Sheriff's Office. I talked to Chief Wingert, the office back here. We no longer have any use for. Don't know if that'll be any help to you or not, but we don't want anything with this one back here.
Well, that makes us a prime candidate.
Thank you, Lieutenant Henriksen.
No problem.
Do we, Mr. Woodman brought up the fact that he thought that Kenny was going to be here to speak on it too, and I don't see Kenny. Should we postpone for yet another week, or?
I'm fine with that. I'll move to defer to next week.
Second.
Motion by Radig, second by DeWitt. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passes 5-0. Moving on to item 11, which is report on committee meetings. Nobody has one? Well, let me check my calendar. I didn't have one either. 12, citizen concerns, round 2. Item 13, board concerns.
Sir?
Yes.
Got a phone call late yesterday afternoon, last evening from Mr. Welty, Phil Welty, interested in doing the mowing at the Grant Township Cemetery again this year. I consulted with, of course, the chairman, Mr. Ung, and he was fine with that, so I gave him the verbal okay to go ahead and start. He thought he would be starting closer to the end of this month, maybe early May before he gets started on it, but he did warn of at least somewhat of an increase, so, in fuel costs and such.
Joshua, does that have to be addressed at a Grant Township meeting as opposed to the board concerns?
Technically, yes.
Any action taken would have to be at a Grant Township meeting. I think Rocky's just sharing it as an FYI.
I think he's right.
Do we ask the chair when the next Grant Township meeting is?
As soon as you guys want.
Well, technically, I mean, we approved a budget on that, right? So it's just paying him for the new cost, right?
Well, he reminded me last year he did it for $3,500 and billed it at one time, and he was thinking $3,750 this time, so I suppose we better put that on an agenda item or the chairman should probably.
All right.
Any other
As an
board,
FYI at the moment.
any other board concerns? All right, seeing none, we're adjourned.
I'm proud of you. You have 43 seconds to speak. You get to keep that.